In any case, projects that will take years, perhaps even a decade to build, won't address any near-term energy constraints. So let's look at the cleaner, cheaper alternatives that are already raring and ready to go right now. For starters, a solar farm can be built in 2 years or less. A big battery, even sooner. A wind farm typically takes a bit longer, but it's another scalable technology that, along with solar and storage, tends to become more efficient and cheaper with each doubling of output. Last year, we saw estimates that about 2/3 of the investment in new energy sources globally in 2025 would be in non-fossil fuel sources, according to the International Energy Agency. Indeed, renewable energy overtook coal power globally last year for the first time. In Australia too, we've seen renewables eclipse coal and gas in our main power grids, again for the first time at the end of 2025. Australian households, of course, have been pioneers in the take-up of rooftop solar. More than 4 million homes, or about 40% of all homes in Australia, have solar panels on their roofs. The government's Cheaper Home Battery Scheme has seen more than 350,000 households also invest in batteries since July alone. Every time we're driving to the petrol station, we wince at the petrol prices on the board. We're effectively paying a tax for fossil fuels that we're sourcing from the Middle East. That's been passed on to those who can least afford it. And what's the best way to extend our fuel reserves? What's the best way to protect families and businesses from these Middle Eastern oil shocks? Well, it's to use less of it, use less fossil fuels. We've got the technologies available today. We can roll them out at scale, and Australians can benefit not only from a better environment, but with lower cost of living for families and businesses.
We've got a patchwork kind of approach across the different states. Do you think we are where we need to be in terms of the states pulling together to get to where we need to? And what would you prioritise as areas for reform if you could sort of wave the wand and get something done tomorrow?
Well, I think that we do have different frameworks in different states. I mean, in New South Wales, we have the LTESA scheme. In Victoria, you have the SEC. They're largely trying to achieve the same thing, which is modernising our power grids. Now, that cropped up because there was a lack of leadership at the federal level and a lack of national policy. Now, at the time when the Morrison government got rid of the National Energy Guarantee, the different states and territories had to go and put in place policies that would drive the agenda forward to build new generation, transmission and firming infrastructure to keep the lights on and drive power prices down. Now, would it be better if there was a national framework? Sure. But let's not make the perfect the enemy of the good. All the states and territories are largely heading in the same direction. Should we rip up the frameworks and the architecture that is in place? No, absolutely. We should absolutely not. We should build on them